All right, I got 1 o'clock, so I think I'm going to get started. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sean. I'm one of the meteorologists here at the National Weather Service Gaylord office. Thanks for joining us on our first winter weekly webinar. If you have any questions, anytime during the webinar, you can always throw them in the questions box with webinar. I'll take a peek over while I'm doing this presentation just to answer any questions you have. Or any comments, anything like that. This webinar, we're mainly going to talk about the weather we're going to see in the next 24 to 36 hours. We're looking at we currently have a low pressure system moving through the Midwest, and that's bringing us a few rounds of showers, and it's soon going to bring some mixed precip to northern Michigan. So I'll go over as many details with that as possible, and we'll talk about all the conditions you can expect. So just a review of the past several days before we talk about the future. As you can see and what you saw last week, it's been very warm and dry. You can see Michigan right here. All those reds indicate that we've been warmer than normal for this time of the year. No recent record-breaking temperatures last week, but it's still very weird to be out in a sweatshirt in the end of October, early November. And same thing with precip. It's been relatively dry for most areas. We did have a couple systems bring some beneficial rain showers to the region. You can see by the green along the straits and along the UP, we got some beneficial rain to those areas. But for the most part, northern Michigan is still below normal when it comes to precip. And with that warm weather, that also brought and continues to bring warm lake temperatures. So as you can see here, the red line indicates current temperatures measured for 2024 for the Great Lakes, Lake Michigan, Lake Superior, and the blue line is our average. So as you can see, we are above normal. It fluctuates a little bit. That's usually because there's wind and there's upwelling causing temperatures to turn over and stuff like that. But for the most part, temperatures have been well above normal for this time of the year. For the winter season, that is very beneficial for any snow lovers if we get cold air. So the lakes are very primed and ready to go for active lake effect season. We just need that cold air and moisture to arrive. So this is just a quick look at what we're experiencing right now. This has been the past 12 or so hours. This is our current radar of the Midwest. Hours has moved through. Most areas are probably dry with some cloudy conditions. To not be that low pressure that's currently over Wisconsin and bring us, and because that over Michigan, delivering different types of precip, whether that's snow or rain. So this webinar is uncertainty. We do have a lot of uncertainty with this event as it evolves over the next couple days. Like I said before, low pressure is continuing to pivot around the upper Midwest. It's because of that, it delivers a few rounds of rain and snow showers. Unfortunately, and develop right over us, so that whether or not we're going to be in the cold or warm sector, or whether or not cold or warm air is going to take over and result in a different type of precip. There is the biggest impact and concerning thing we're looking at is the snowfall potential. For the most part, we're not expecting a ton of snowfall. Most areas can expect 1 to 2 inches or even less of heavy, wet snowfall, very greasy, sloppy snow. But with this system, we are looking at some signs of really efficient forcing in certain localized areas that could produce 3 to 5, maybe even more for localized areas. There's just a lot of uncertainty with that at this time. We're trying to give as many details as possible with this event, but we are very unconfident. We're not very confident with, if that potential snowfall is produced or where it's going to be. So with those possible wet snowfall accumulations, trace to 2 inches is expected for most areas, but there could be 1 or 2 locations that see efficient heavy snowfall Wednesday night into Thursday. For the most part, that's where we're expecting our window of the most snowfall to land. There could be snowfall beginning as early as Wednesday afternoon, but for the most part, interior areas of northern Michigan, Wednesday night into Thursday morning is our window of impactful weather. With that snow consistency, you can see that 8-to-1, it's very wet snow compared to what we normally get. Lake effect fluffy snow is typically around 15-to-1 liquid to measurable snow. But for this system, obviously, because it's very warm, with that rainfall, it's very uncertain, and it leads to very wet snowfall. So these two graphics here, this is our snowfall potential for Wednesday night into Thursday. Again, it's a very low confident forecast. There's a lot of uncertainty with those snowfall amounts. Like I said before, most areas for interior northern Michigan can expect between less than an inch to a couple inches of snow, of wet snowfall, which over roads could be a little slippery, could be a little impactful. But our concern is there could be some isolated areas like north of M32 or along the straits. We are looking at some models that could deliver some very efficient snowfall overnight by Thursday morning. There could be a couple localized areas that wake up and see 3 to 5 inches of snow on their car. But for the most part, most areas are going to be rain switching to snow by Wednesday evening, and then a couple inches on the ground by Thursday morning. Yep. So just looking at the temperatures, again, there is a little bit of uncertainty with that system, but for the most part, over the next several days, we are trending cooler, still above normal for November, but compared to what we've been seeing, it's definitely a lot closer to normal. With that system, you can expect temperatures to drop Wednesday evening into Thursday, and that's where you're going to see temperatures hover at or around freezing, around that 32 mark. That could just deliver some, slippery road conditions for the Thursday morning commute. If you are going to experience some warmer air, you can expect temperatures to be in the upper 30s to low 40s. But if some of that cold air is drawn in and more efficient snowfall is formed, you're probably going to expect something in the mid to low 30s. And then after that, temperatures are going to remain around the same. So, most areas can see highs in the 40s for most of the week, and then overnight lows in the mid to low 30s. And with that, like I said before, not a lot of wind with this event. The biggest impact is heavy wet snowfall Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Most of the wind we got last night, that was probably going to be the strongest wind you're going to see for the rest of the week. So wind isn't too big of a concern for us, just the snowfall and then the conditions on roadways. Looking out farther ahead, we still are a little bit above normal. Like I said in that last slide, we're probably looking at highs in the 40s for the most part. But we do have some signs of moisture moving into the Great Lakes region for the next several days. With that, we're going to see a more active weather pattern compared to what we saw in the past several weeks, or past few weeks, excuse me. So we are looking at a couple systems farther out there. We're looking at some potential low pressure that's currently over the Pacific and West Coast that will progress and potentially develop into more impactful weather for northern Michigan, probably around next week during the holiday travel season. Again, just we don't have a lot of confidence on what that's going to detail, whether it's going to be mostly rain or mostly snow. But it could obviously bring some impacts to the holiday season when people are traveling. We'll be sure to let you know on any more details we have in the next several days. And one of our partners here, we are highlighted for some risk of higher winds and heavy snow. There is a slight risk next week with those systems that we're watching out for. Every bit of detail or any development where we get more confidence, we will relay that to you guys. But for now, we're just keeping our eyes on it. And with that, that's all I have for this uh, weather briefing. If you guys have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. I'll give you as many details as I possibly can. Um, Other than that, we will send these slides to you. If you have anything else, I'll be happy to answer them. Other than that, you guys have a good day. All right. I see most people have dropped off, so I think I'm going to end this webinar. Thanks again for tuning in and listening to us. I hope you guys have a good day.